think I see the Inkling there, and against DK,
The blue
I
one?
guess it makes a lot of sense. And we're not gonna see DK. We're gonna see a Falco now from Ekire.
Te quiero mucho, Ekire. Te quiero mucho. And in the right color, too. We've seen 2 Falcos so far. We've got Vance, which is from Monterrey. So, and now we have Ekire, which opting for Falco instead of DK, which is completely understandable. However, I'm pretty sure Wonf has really good knowledge of this character because Monterrey has some insane Falcos. So I'm sure the matchup won't be a stranger to him.
Yes, he will probably be looking to exploit that very exploitable recovery with Inkling being able to just exist off stage for so long without fearing for its life. Here we see a lot of footsies. Again, that call out for that tech was really good from Wonf, and another down smash just to keep piling on the paint, the boing de uva onto this bird, and he's pretty close to dying. 140%. Any good hit, maybe a fair close to the ledge, which should be enough to get rid of this first stock. But right now, Ekire is trying to respond with his own damage, piling on pretty good at it as well. 105% already in Wonf. This is anybody's stock, really.
Yeah, to be fair, Wonf, Inkling has it a little easier when it comes to punishing off stage. Falco's recovery could be a little bit linear, and just like that gets a 2-frame. With the down tilt, we know that Inkling does not hesitate to let those rip, whereas Falco needs to get a little bit more creative when it comes to recovering. So it's really interesting to see how Ekire is going to perform later on, because right now, Wonf feels very much with under control right now, especially considering how he hasn't let Ekire touch the center of the stage.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to reflect as many boings as he can, but it's not going to be able to get much out of that. He's constantly finding himself in the ledge and not being able to return safely towards it, and that is going to be a spike. It looks like this man is from Sumidero because he's just letting it rip, and that's gonna hurt to Ekire's mind, probably.
Yeah, it hurts to watch, really, because Falco's linearity when it comes to recovering, it's very exploitable, especially in this matchup. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't really bring. I'm a solo Falco player myself, but if I had another character, I wouldn't bring it towards. I wouldn't bring Falco to an Inkling battle because of how despair it feels. You know, it's just so easy for Inkling to get something started on the poor Falco boy.
Yeah, and he's looking for it every time, right? Why not? There's no reason not to. He's been able to do it correctly twice already, one being the 2-frame with the down tilt and then the downer. He's just looking for those opportunities. He knows that off stage he will find the most of the bread, and that's exactly what he's looking for. He used the dash there just to completely avoid the laser. He just runs through it. There's no problem. And there we go, punishing the forward B with the 4 there. Pretty simple edge guard there.
Yeah, it's again, the linearity of Falco's recovery will be some of its own demise, and it's really scary as a Falco main to try to approach the ledge, especially considering you have to sort out the splat bomb, the down tilts, the splat gun. Those the jabs are just so good to stop Falco as he tries to recover too. Like, and of course those spikes are absolutely ridiculous. So you really have very few options in order to get back to safety, the safety of the middle of the stage.
Yeah, and I feel like Inkling's downer is a pretty committal move, right? It has a lot of end lag. It's clearly the aerial from his whole kit that has the most end lag. But hey, Wonf is of course a master of his character, and we are going to be seeing a changing character towards the DK. You did call it, and it does make a lot of sense. We saw how much he struggled off stage, and the Donkey Kong is gonna have maybe a slightly better time trying to recover. He does have a little bit more of mix-ups maybe, but not that many.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, especially considering how DK will be a comboable, very combo-heavy character, especially in the hands of Inkling once he gets his splat on you, but it's really hard to get something started. However, in this case in particular, DK has these tools. He gets spikes for days, and look, now he's going for the giant spun. Beautifully done to get a quick 30%.
that stock really was just, I feel like it was Ekire just throwing it out there, and Wonf gave it to him, right? He jumped off ledge, he dropped down, jumped off ledge, and he got he's ass handed to him because of that. He's now in a pretty big disadvantage. He needs to get rid of this big monkey because he already has 127 on him, but Inkling might struggle a little bit in this type of situations. He does have to just find maybe a stray hit or something of the sort, because otherwise there's not going to be a... Okay, I guess it still works. I feel like he could have gotten out of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard because at this point, Wonf knows his percentages, knows his setups. He really won't mess them up, or at least very rarely will. However, Ekire is doing a phenomenal job, at least with DK at this point, because yes, he's getting comboed. At least he didn't get spiked, but he was trying.
He did. He didn't get spiked the first time, but hey, like we were saying earlier, if you don't get it the first time, you're gonna get it the second time. And just like that, he lost all of the advantage Ekire had. Ekire was in the driver's seat, and then all of a sudden Wonf said, you know what, I'm gonna crash this car, and there's no more driver's seat.
Yeah, it's really hard at this point. However, I still think that Ekire has something going for him. DK definitely working better than Falco at least. So definitely a good choice, a sensible character swap, because against you're not playing against any other Inkling. You're playing against one of the best in Monterrey, Nuevo León, which is still considered the top 3 region in Mexico. And despite the fact that they're fighting a lot for spikes, it is ultimately Wonf who's getting the most out of them. So it's really scary, because right now you're one hit away from your tournament opportunity, or at least in this bracket.
And that's gonna be it. A backer into the forward there. Pretty interesting. I believe Ekire gave him the DI there, but it was, I mean, it was really hard to just react to the backer like that, right?
Yeah.
Just be able to just, oh yeah, I got hit by a backer, I need to DI out. It's just, it's not natural for you to just think that way. You have to be ready for it.
Yeah, Ekire did a phenomenal job, I would like to say, fighting against one of the best of the Northeast. So it's really commendable as to how the region, how his city is providing insightful information, knowledge, and of course, skill to just keep bumping it up, keep improving, keep challenging yourself to the extent or to the level that these top competitors have. It's absolutely beautiful. This is why we love so much the Mexican